mistake of her life.
By who?
By Ewu Body Cam. Ooh, I'm not watching an hour of Street Beefs. Not doing that. Excuse me.
You're excused. Don't ever do it again.
Oh, I'm gonna do it again.
You don't ever excuse yourself again.
All right, cop
Just
realizes
step out of
she
the
just
car real
made the
quick,
worst
okay? And I'll
mistake
explain
of
what's going
her
on.
life.
Don't.
I'm not doing nothing.
Don't. You're tensing up, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stand right back.
Tense up, bro. Don't do it.
Don't.
I'll tase you!
You did?
Yes!
Okay.
Well, fuck. Oh. There we go.
I gripped him! I shot him!
Holy shit,
A
Chad. We went
traffic
full
stop in
immersion
the
mode there
spring
for a
of
minute.
2021 turns into chaos for the
What happened?
officers, the driver,
My
and
face
the
cam was
entire
covered up.
community when a fatal mistake becomes a national
So it was just
flashpoint,
a cop
igniting
video.
a wave of unrest. As agitation
Oh,
spreads
shit.
throughout the city, the
Let me fix that too. I don't like how that looks.
It started today.
We'll do like right here. Fuck it.
tensions between the police and the public erupt, and the world watches to see what justice will look like in this explosive case.
Holy shit.
The following
Are you
report
watching
is
my
based
stream at
on
all?
official police records,
No.
and some of the footage has never been seen before.
Video looks like it's gonna be
until now.
crazy.
On April 11th,
What's going on?
2021, two officers in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota stop a car when they notice
Oh.
expired tabs and an obstruction hanging from the rearview mirror.
Oh, sakes, dude. Really?
Move forward.
You're gonna stop right here.
Officer Kimberly Potter takes up position at the rear of the car as her trainee, Officer Anthony Lucky, approaches the door.
Hey, what's going on, man? You got a driver's license and proof of insurance for me at all? You don't have a driver's license? Okay. What's your name? You're Dante? Okay, gotcha. Well, there's a couple things here's why I stopped you. The air.
Hold up, Chad. I have to go do something really quickly.
Wish I didn't cry.
That's because
Yo,
Denise doesn't know how to pick them up correctly. I'm like the only person in the house who knows how to do it correctly.
Freshener hanging down there. Yeah, can do that. And then our other question is your tabs. Yeah, just keep looking for the insurance, and then I'm gonna write your name, date of birth down. All right.
The man they've pulled over is 20-year-old Dante Wright, and a young woman named Elena is in the passenger seat.
I wanted to say he was lying, but I think he's honestly telling the truth. So.
As the police run Dante's information through the system, Dante calls his mom for advice.
He called me and said, Mom, I've just been pulled over. And I said, for what? Like, that was just my first response. Like, what did you do? And he said I had air fresheners in the window or the rearview mirror. And then I said, okay, well, take them down. He was like, you think I'm in trouble? I was like, no, you're not in trouble. What would you be in trouble for?
But what the police find shifts the course of this traffic stop.
Just run him as Dante Wright. No, just run him like you were in DVS.
Yeah.
Just don't put all that other information in.
Oh. Okay.
See what it gives you.
Status, suspended, mail, state records hit.
See? Don't want to code for yourself.
He's got a gross misdemeanor warrant, and there's an OFP for a female, so I need to ID her. There's also residue, like weed on the middle console, so probably search the car. Apparently the car is his brother's.
You want to tell him what the warrant's for?
This guy's
warrant is for the weapons violation.
sounds like
The
he has a bunch of
officers who
warrants
have
and
now
stuff.
been joined by a sergeant return to arrest Dante, taking the first steps toward an encounter that will end in disaster.
Let's have him step on out.
Hey, Dante. All right, man, here, do me a favor. Just step out of the car real quick, okay? And I'll explain what's going on.
It says it's gonna end in
You just put your phone
disaster.
on the dashboard there, okay? And then the paper.
You remember when we were growing
Oh,
up and we had the show Cops?
Yeah.
You know that show stopped in like 2014,
Yep.
or not in 2014. It stopped in like 2018 or some shit.
Why?
Because now every fucking police department they have body cams. So what's the fuck of the point of fucking jeopardizing a camera crew? You know what I mean?
What?
Yes, dude. Every cop basically has body cam now.
Huh?
And you remember the old show Cops?
Yeah.
The way they got footage was somebody who wasn't a cop was filming that shit. It was like a dude with a whole ass camera.
Oh, okay.
But now since they have it that they wear body cams and it's like it's all like free for like anybody to get a hold of, it's so much better than cops because you don't have to put that extra person's life at stake. You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
that the cops are just trained to like know that they're always being recorded. They're like, guys, you know, every civilian in the country pays for you guys to do your job, so it makes sense to have you guys recorded at all times.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Rather than just like have a camera crew come in for like 3 months of the year and only see some of the stuff that's going on in the city or whatever. Now we get to all see what's going on in our cities at real time. You know what I mean? Like in Omaha, that guy just got shot. They just shot somebody in Omaha. And the
Yep.
fucking body camera, that's what I mean. It's like double-sided, right? The body cam is good because we get to see what people out there are doing to the cops, okay? And then it's just as equally as good for us as civilians to keep the cops accountable when they fucking senselessly kill somebody or they fuck up because they're human. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like if I go to work tomorrow and one of the fucking heat pumps fucking freezes over and there's a bunch of water damage, are they gonna blame me or are they gonna give me the benefit of the doubt that's like not my problem because it's like I do a bunch of other shit. I don't know how to explain it, but like, so like you can't just like, I don't know, bro. I have like a weird relationship with the cops because it's like I've had cops that were like good to me and then I had cops that were dicks to me. And then I've come to realize that that's because I have friends that are really good friends to me and then I also have friends that are kind of dicks to me. And I realize, oh, it's just a human thing. It has nothing to do with them being a fucking cop. It's the fact that, oh, they're a fucking human like you and me. So it's either that person's a good person or that person's a piece of shit. I mean, there's literally.
explain all that. in
But
a
with
second,
this shit,
okay?
with the
Just turn
body
around,
cams,
put your
you
hands
get
behind your back.
you get the fucking, you're held accountable. That's what I like about them.
Okay, so you are going to be under arrest, okay? You do
I don't
have a
know. I
warrant,
think being
so
a police officer has something to do with your mentality.
don't.
I agree, but like, I think like I agree, but all of them have like a different mentality. Like, there's probably a group of them that like tackling people and like tasering people, and that's a sick group, right? But would you rather have them serving and protecting and doing the things they like, or just out there doing the things they like anyways? Like, imagine if a cop's like, "Oh, I like tackling people and I like tasing them," and he's like, "Oh, I'm not a cop anymore," and now he becomes a serial tackler and taser. It's like, at least when he was a cop, he was tackling and tasing bad guys.
Now he's the
It's like the
fucking
dudes. It's
villain.
like dudes that are in the military, right? Some dudes join the military just to kill people. That's a real thing. They'd be like, "Well, I joined the military to shoot somebody and kill somebody." I hope that's not a majority of the people that join the military. But guess what? If there's fucking psychopaths running around that want to kill people, where would I rather have them than the fucking military? I mean, it's fucking logical, right? It's either two places that you put a fucking serial killer. You put him in prison, or you put him in camouflage.
Mhm.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion about it. You either put him in prison or you put him in camouflage. Because if they're not out killing people for a fucking cause, they're gonna make a cause in their own head, and their cause for themselves is probably gonna be really fucked up. It's gonna be like, oh, I used to skin animals when I was a kid or something. You know what I mean? Like, when a serial killer has his own cause, it's usually fucking twisted. But if there's an institute that can twist a serial killer cause, maybe it can be used for good. I don't know.
Don't.
Trying to say
Who
that
the fuck am I?
Himself
I
up.
don't know anything.
Don't do it. Don't
basically
do it.
make everybody like Dexter.
Wait.
I mean, kind of like, not really, but is Dexter a bad guy?
Yes, he kills people.
But Is he a bad guy? Because he kills bad guys.
Morality, yes.
All right. Is Captain America a bad guy?
Yes.
All right. So what is Batman a bad guy?
Yep.
And how is Batman a bad guy? He doesn't kill people.
No, but he puts them in fucking positions where they can never ever do anything.
No, what do you mean? No, he doesn't. Joker's broken out of prison like 100 times.
No, but I mean, like, when he fucking beats them up. Shit.
He beats the shit out of him. You're right. He can't walk around and whatnot. What kind of life is that?
He
for a
doesn't
little bit?
discriminate either, bro. He doesn't
Yeah,
discriminate either.
he'll beat the shit out of anybody.
He says justice does not discriminate.
Because crime doesn't discriminate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crime doesn't discriminate, so the justice can't discriminate either. It can't.
But
That's why he be
Officer
beating the
Potter's
shit out of the
tasers
fucking
on the left
females
side
like
of
they're
her
nothing.
belt. She reaches to the right, tragically grabbing
Surely
her
Batman wouldn't
9mm
hit a woman.
instead.
That's the thing about justice. It doesn't discriminate.
But the next sound is not the electric crackle of a taser, but the loud report. of
Oh
a single
shit, she about to
gunshot.
shoot his ass.
Instead,
What?
out of her belt, she reaches to
Oh,
but
what the fuck is making that noise?
What noise?
Oh my god, Abby's headphones are fucking playing. My wife had her headphones and they're playing, guys. Fuck, that threw me off. I thought I was hearing shit. Alright, this officer accidentally grabs her gun instead of her
Officer
taser and she
Potter's
shoots
taser
it
is
thinking it's her
holstered on the left
taser.
side of her belt.
Oh,
She
shit.
reaches to the right, tragically grabbing her 9mm instead.
She even says, I'll tase you.
Just to cover up.
You think so? You think she purposely did it? She shot her?
But the next sound is not the
Bro, I
electric
work with a
crackle
lot
a
of tools,
taser,
bro,
but the
and
loud
you know, like
report
those
of a
pouches.
single gunshot.
Yeah.
Dante Wright
I
is
know
instantly
exactly where my
aware of
hammer's
what
at. I
happened.
know exactly where my drill bits are at. I know exactly where I left my pen in my pouch, you know?
But the
You're
loud
right. I
report
mean,
of
I
a
kind of
single
agree.
gunshot. Dante Wright is instantly aware of what happened.
He shot me. I just shot him.
You did?
Yes!
Okay.
I shot him! Oh my god!
Okay. Kim, sit down.
The booming sounds
Crazy.
from down the street or from Dante's
I mean, like,
car
if
smashing
you
into
really
an
think about it,
oncoming
like, think about it
SUV
like this. If
before
you're
rolling
truly
to a
trained, like,
stop
think
at an
about a
intersection.
construction worker, how he's trained. He's not allowed to fuck up because he's up, like, he might be up in high altitude. He might be in a position where he can't fuck up, you know?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, dude, but it's human error, bro. People make mistakes all the time.
That's the thing. We all know that. And that's why they're trained extensively to
No,
not have those errors.
you're right. I'm saying this dude just got fucking shot, dude. What I'm saying is I understand from both sides. I don't want to be shot by a cop. But what I'm saying is I don't think the cop deliberately just shot this fucking guy. Okay? I'm saying that she made human error, even though she was trained relentlessly for however long, whatever the case may be. Her dumbass just had a goof moment. She had a gamer moment, bro. She slipped the fuck up, dog, and it's gonna cost her job, and it might even cost somebody else their life. It might cost somebody else their kid's life. It might cost somebody their
The
dad's
booming
life.
sounds
It's
from down the
fucked
street or
up.
from Dante's car
Who
smashing into an
knows?
But they
oncoming
can't hide it
SUV
from us.
before
It
rolling
just
to a
recorded
stop at
it.
an
Her shooting
intersection a
him.
block away
She's sitting
from
there
the initial
crying.
incident. One
Car
cop is
goes down.
already on
Car
the
drove down
scene,
the
and soon
street and
they'll
it just
be
crashed
notifying
into some
others.
shit.
Rico talking about shots fired. Got more units, please. We're gonna need additional units.
What's fucked up about it is we got no idea what's going on through the cop's head. Is she crying because she just shot somebody, or is she crying because now she's worried about losing her job and her career and the consequences of shooting somebody? This is where morality comes into it, Angel. Are you ready?
What do you
This is
mean?
this is the morality aspect. Okay, if this cop is laying here on the ground crying because she shot somebody and might have killed somebody, Is that morally just?
Also,
Like what I'm saying is like, okay, like you know how I said we got to think of like benefit of the doubt, like she didn't mean to pull the gun out and shoot him. What I'm saying is you said that you think she might have deliberately did it, or maybe you joked about it.
oh,
Let's say.
I'm joking about it. I'm just joking
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. So you're joking about it. Okay, I get you. I get you. But now I want to put it out in the atmosphere. So let's say we did. Let's say she like somehow deliberately did fuck it up. I don't know. What is she crying about? That's where I'm trying to take this topic. Is she's laying on the grouse now? She's crying her eyeballs out, right? But why is she crying? Is
Well,
she crying because she's now worried about the consequences that's going to happen to her and being
there's
selfish?
one.
Is she
There's
crying because
one.
she's selfish, or is she crying because she feels bad for shooting another human being and she's crying because of empathy? That's my question. That's my
So,
question. Why is she crying? And I don't know. You can't know.
well, one theory I do have is because of the rush of adrenaline that she's feeling right now.
Well, that too.
And,
Yeah. But that
and
being said, she would still
and I
be
feel like,
feeling.
and what I have seen, okay, this is experience, is people after they come down that adrenaline, they always cry.
All right, maybe I should play it. It's only a 13-minute clip. Let's keep playing it. I thought I wanted to say it out loud. I wanted to note that, guys, that always think about that in a situation. Like, let's say you and your best friend get into an argument, and
But no, I
I
totally
don't know,
agree with
actually,
you. Maybe,
honestly.
but I totally agree with what you were saying earlier. Like, I was just joking about all that, but yeah, she could have probably fucked up, you know.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
But that's my point. But now I'm saying is okay, back to my point, right? I gave her the benefit of the doubt, said she fucked up, right? Now, going forward, let's say she fucked up, that's the case, right? Now that
Yeah,
she's fucked up and she's crying about it so extensively, right? I
yeah.
want to know what you think. Do you think she's crying because she's now worried about her own life and her own consequences, or she's crying because she's like, I might have just killed somebody? I don't know. And it's okay if you answer it the same way, but I mean, it's got to be either one of the two. I don't see how it could be any other thought going through her head right now. It would either be, damn, I'm about to lose everything, or damn, I might have just made somebody else lose everything. It's either you're thinking about yourself or you're thinking about the person you just shot.
True.
And that's where the morality comes into question, because is it just to go, like, because now some people out there be like, well, yeah, I'm gonna worry about myself, you know? But at the same time, me personally, I'd feel terrible about the guy I just shot. I'd be like, man, obviously I'm not gonna go to jail as a fucking criminal. They'll take care of me. I'm a cop that fucking accidentally shot somebody. They're not gonna put me in the pen and make sure I get beat up and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the cops,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like the system would still take care of you if you're a cop. So like
This
that's
is
why I
like,
mean
all right,
like,
you fucked up. Fuck you. All right, motherfuckers, beat him up.
yeah, exactly. I think that the cop would get like some fucking maybe some way back in or something. But the morality behind it is if she's laying here crying about it because she's selfish, she's worried about her job. That's my aspect of it where I think she should be worried about the guy's life.
I wonder.
Oh, here it is. She just said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna go to prison." She's thinking about herself. Angel, she's thinking about herself. She's worried about her consequences.
See what I tell you, bro.
She's
I'm a
not.
The guy
genius.
was trying to take off with me in the car.
But
I'm a
Officer
genius.
Potter is
I'm telling you, dude.
inconsolable, and the
Had it
news
down from
isn't
the beginning.
improving.
According to the passenger.
She's only worried about going to prison. She's not worried about maybe of killing him.
I told you, bro.
If I was the judge and I seen that, and when I hear that, I'm going, yeah, you are going to prison. You're only worried about yourself. Only worried about
Bro,
yourself.
a good lawyer would have
At the
been to the
crash scene,
jury.
where the
Do you
police
think
response is growing by the
someone
second,
who just
Elena gets out of the car as the
killed
officers
someone
prepare to move in on
would be
Dante.
crying
Few,
for them?
if any of
No,
them,
this
know
officer,
exactly
as you
what
can see,
happened
she
here.
just said it.
We
She's
heard
gonna go to jail.
over the radio that Brooklyn Center officers, there was a possible shooting.
You know what I'm saying?
Took the mail out of the
And the
I
jury
get
will
you,
be
sir.
like,
and began performing a first aid
because
on
at the end of the day, a jury's gonna look
Paramedics
at this,
quickly
right?
arrive
Not
at the
the
scene as
judge.
well, but little can be done.
I mean, yeah, he's
As
gonna
I
judge,
approached, I
but
believe they stopped doing CPR.
they could take it to
I
trial.
checked a pulse on his right carotid for
Jury
where
trial.
I was aiming at about 10 seconds. I moved over to the left carotid.
Bada bing, bada
Check
boom.
over there as
Big
well.
money,
I did
homie.
not feel a
Big
pulse.
money.
Dante Wright is pronounced dead at the scene.
Damn.
And while it's not clear if
He was
Officer
pronounced
Potter
dead on the scene.
immediately received the news, a Hennepin County lieutenant finds her in a worrying
How
state.
close did she shoot him?
Cop's a bad cop, guys.
I got down to her level.
Cop
and I was
hasn't
talking
mentioned
to her,
about
and
the person that she
she
shot one
was
time.
just
She's only been like,
repeating
I'm going to
some things,
prison.
and you know, honestly, I just
That
told her to stop talking.
bad
She
cop.
repeatedly kept saying that she wanted to die. Again, how my conclusion came that there was something critical that took place. I'm going to prison. I want to die. Just let me die. I talked to her sergeant twice, and on the second time, he finally listened to me, I said, you need to take her guns from her, because I didn't know the whole realm of it, but I knew it wasn't good.
Ambulance, where she's checked out before being transported back to the police station. Officer Potter, of course,
You sound
is
like
far from
Scooby-Doo
the
for a
only
second
person
there.
experiencing trauma from the day's events.
I went outside, screaming. I was just so distraught. My neighbors heard me, and my neighbors like, no, I'll drive you. And there was so
This
much
is
traffic,
crazy.
and I was like, oh my god,
What's crazy?
I got out
This
of the car and
video.
started running, but it was so
Why is it
far
crazy?
away. So I had to get back in the car.
You just
I
got
tried
fucking killed from the cop being a
24
dumbass.
with the yellow tape.
In the
Now you
meantime,
know she
cops
didn't
from
do it on
several
purpose.
departments and jurisdictions have blanketed the area.
Well, then even
and
worse.
many still have very little knowledge about what happened.
How do you know that was just an assassin and that was just a no cover up?
Dude, you're good at rage bait.
When Dante's mom finally gets to the scene, she's
But you're not gonna
confronted
get me
with
on
the
that one.
same lack of answers.
I
Ever
finally
thought
got
about
into
that?
the yellow tape.
What if that
777,
dude
I'm like, oh my god.
has something going on and they paid the cop
The car that we just gave my son
$50K?
2 weeks ago was smashed up with another car, and I was like, oh my god, was he in an
You ever thought of me
accident?
putting you in a full
And Brooklyn
Nelson if you
Center
don't
police
stop with his
officers
bullshit?
were talking to me, and they said they had no information.
You ever thought
They
that the
don't
judge
know
might be in
what
it too?
happened. I was on the phone
He was the one that set the hit out on him because the guy had a warrant. He was like, go out and get him. Go out and get him. He's not coming to prison. Go out and get him. This goes deeper than we could have ever imagined, guys. It's already in the courts. It's already in the courts. The video's gonna pause. The video's gonna cut to a part and be like, "Here's a never before seen audio recording of Judge McKinney, fucking the leaked audio footage of him sending the hit out."
It's tense in the spring of 2021, and that tension is perhaps especially palpable here in Brooklyn Center,
You like that
where
one, huh?
less than 10 miles away, Derek Chauvin is on trial for the 2020 death of George Floyd. And
Yeah,
as
that
news
one's pretty
breaks
funny.
out about Dante's shooting,
I gotta admit, the
gathering
judges
crowd
in on it
begins
was
to
pretty
take the
funny.
shape of a full-fledged protest.
Judge being on it was kind of funny. That was probably the funniest thing you've said so far today.
Have you ever heard of Mayor Tiffany and all that, bro?
Are you talking about the mayor from like Chicago or something? The one that's like around Chicago?
Yeah.
I know what you're
And
talking
she
about. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up after
got
this video. I know
got
exactly what you're talking about.
indicted. And she's
Yeah,
like
she was like
defense
she bought like a bunch of like Chevy
yeah.
Tahoes and shit. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that shit. I seen that shit.
That's how you know that's corruption for real.
That's what people. What do you expect, dude? People from Chicago are fucking dumb. I'm sorry, but
It's true. They are dumb.
they are dumb. Chicago is it's fucking cold as fuck to live there. Why would you want to live there? Move to Indianapolis. It's way better than Chicago. I've been there. I can tell you. I drove through Chicago to get to Indianapolis. And the minute we were in Chicago, I was like, man, this place sucks.
Only the first glimpse of what is in store for Brooklyn Center.
I was like, they got cool museums and shit, but
news of the incident
yeah, they do. They
continues
do
to
have cool
spread
museums.
throughout the
But that's not cool. That's not cool enough for me to live there.
Nope.
Because you know the people that live there ain't going to the fucking museum every weekend.
Protests spread
No,
and troubling
No.
reports come over the
You been to their zoo?
No, I just drove through there. I went to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is
As temperatures
beautiful.
rise across the city, it's perhaps inevitable that some protesters are detained.
Guys, at this point, the video has just turned into protesters and stuff. I don't have anything to comment on this stuff. I don't. None of my business. None of my business.
Like, all right.
I might start skipping this a little bit. I don't think anything crazy is gonna happen. Can't believe the cop shot. Oh shit! What the fuck's going on here?
Businesses throughout The wide net of property damage and looting sends the cops to multiple businesses throughout the night as they
Do you
struggle
remember
to
when
keep
all
up with
that shit was
sporadic
going on?
outbursts of criminal activity.
The like BLM riots and stuff, and it was happening in
Yeah.
Omaha, and they fucking went to the Target and fucked all the windows up in the Target.
Hey, yeah.
I was like, wicked, bro. I was like, fucking wicked. Now nobody in the fucking city can get their fucking groceries from Target for a couple weeks. Until the poor maintenance guys come out here and have to fix them by themselves.
That kid looks like he's about 8 years old. Wow, this is the America we live in now.
And the CEOs of Targets were like
The
somewhere in
local
some like
unrest
penthouse or
continues
something, just
throughout
like
the following
mentally their
week, and the
fingers
city
together.
reports that they've handled at least
They were like,
200 cases ranging from
I'm gonna
burglaries
put
to
this on
property
the
damage.
insurance.
According to officials, more than 140
I'm gonna
businesses
put
are
this on
damaged,
the
including
insurance.
several instances of arson.
Yeah.
Is a
Yes, loot more and steal more so somebody can pay it and not actually not go in my pocket because of insurance and stuff.
I'm laying sit on the corner for hours and hours.
Imagine it was the family who
Do you
was in it.
remember like how
Okay.
we were I can't speak for your parents, but I kind of can because we grew up, but like don't you remember how like my parents and your parents were always like hard on being a hard worker and having like a ethic? You know what I mean? Like think of your dad. Like your
No,
dad's
my
a
parents were more like
hard
they
ass
wanted
worker.
me to be like intelligent, like
Yeah, but think
like a doctor.
but be honest, your dad's a hard ass worker, right?
Okay.
That's my point though, and you're a hard ass worker. So even though your dad, like
No,
even though your parents, well, even though your parents wanted you to be like a scholar or whatever the fuck you were saying, right?
yeah, scholar.
My point of the matter is though, like you got to you were around your dad and your mom your whole life. You know what I mean? My point is
Yeah.
like you got to see your dad as like a positive male figure, and the fact that your dad wasn't somebody that cried and boo-hooed about things and just got up the next day and went to fucking work and started busting his ass is why like you and me are just genuinely hard workers. That's my point. That's my point is because even though my dad was the same way, he's like, go to school and get like, don't be my dad was basically like, don't be like me, right? But the thing was, I was like, well, I think I can if I have to be. You know what I mean? Does that make
Yeah.
sense? It's like I think
Yeah.
I can if I have to be. So it's like even though I want to do better because even my dad wants me to do better, even
be
if I
honest,
somehow get
I
stuck, I think I'll be okay.
I never really wanted to be a scholar. That wasn't my thing.
Well, I mean, you can be a scholar and not go to college. You just gotta be smart. You gotta like be smart, be able to like write papers and stuff. I don't know what it takes to be a scholar, but you just gotta know shit. Going to school doesn't mean you know shit. It just means you paid for resources to learn specific things.
That's true. That is
You can
true.
just you could go on fucking the internet and just look up and learn whatever you want right now.